On this week's breaking news, it's time to go to the Upside Down with new Stranger Things sets. January 1st releases are here and they have flooded the network, and a new modular set is on the way. All that and much more on this week's breaking news. Today's episode is brought to you by Back to Brickware, my newest venture into the AFL merchandise, the ultimate LEGO-inspired clothing line that's not just fashionable, but also celebrates the very foundation of the LEGO system we all know and love. Imagine minimalist designs that seamlessly blend style and nostalgia. Back to Brickware brings you high-quality apparel inspired by the iconic LEGO bricks we know and love. Each piece is crafted with precision and attention to detail, making it a must-have for any LEGO enthusiast. These aren't just your average threads. We're talking about minimalist designs that don't scream at you, but just show your nerddom in a classy way. And of course, they're inspired by designs found in the LEGO system. And you know what screams quality? Embroidery. Almost every piece is stitched with love, featuring those iconic LEGO elements. It's like wearing your childhood memories, but making them fashionable. So whether you're a hardcore AFL or just want to rock some seriously cool gear, check out the Back to Brickware page on Etsy. Dive into the collection, embrace the LEGO spirit, and let's make some memories together. Back to Brickware, where the style meets nostalgia. Head over to the Back to Brick Etsy page and let the fashion adventure begin. Happy building, my friends.
Lego.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Brick. I'm your host Garrett, and this is the podcast where we talk with fellow AFLs about their LEGO designs, and we get down to the breaking news to talk about all things LEGO's been up to for the past week. Thank you all for tuning in. As always, make sure to subscribe to the podcast as well as the YouTube channel. I will be coming out with more and more videos as well. I'm done moving because, well, we're in the process of that, but I'll get to that in a second. I also want to thank my patrons over at Patreon who have been huge supporters of the Back to Brick brand as we continue on this journey that is LEGO and Back to Brick. A little bit of the admin side here. I'm still going through the small claims court. I unfortunately have to be there because they denied my remote request, which I don't know why, so I'm going to just reapply for that, I think. And then, so maybe I'll get my account back before then, but unlikely. So we're just still standing here waiting for my account to come back and just not posting as much. And, well, I'm going to post probably not about the same amount that I am now because we're moving in, well, now. We finally settled on our house and just starting to ferry everything over and try to get in before Christmas. What a busy time to do all of this, really. But we're going to get it done. That's just how things go. And we will figure it out as we always do. But that's it for the admin side. At the end of the episode, of course, we're going to do our set reviews. Our two sets for today. The LEGO set is the Holiday Express Train set 10361. Of course, it's time for the holidays, so of course the set that comes out every year to go with your little village or town that you do for Christmas. And then our Rebrickable set is the Stranger Things Car Trilogy Bundle by NV Carmox. And I've done quite a few of his before, but I'm on a Stranger Things kick, and the cars are a very iconic part of the show if you've watched it, as you should, because it's an amazing show and it's in its final season. And that's it for admin. Let's move into our first breaking news story. Now, you're probably wondering, well, a lot of the January 1st sets came out for 2027, and we will talk about them. And I will talk about them as fast as I can towards the end of the episode, because I think you'd want to know some of these other things a little ahead of that. So let's talk about December's gift with purchase. This one is the Winter Gazebo. It's 245 pieces, and it comes with a little quartet. Oh, not, I guess quartet. It's a singer with a band. We've got a saxophone, as well as a double bass cello, I guess you could call it. And it doesn't say how much we're going to need to spend, probably $150 or more to get this as a gift of purchase. The gazebo, of course, has a Christmas tree in it, because most do. When you see one, like, oh, it's Christmas. There's a Christmas tree inside that gazebo. The White House decorated for Christmas, as they do every year, and they decided to put some LEGO portraits in there, and that's all I'm going to say about it, because I don't want to talk about it. The Bricklink Designer Program Series 9 finalists were announced. We've got a total of 5, which they choose every year. This is the Wood Brick Freight Depot for a train. It's by Mind the Brick. I believe that they've done one before. The Sleepy Dragon Inn by Marine BD, which looks similar to what we have for the modular from last year. Very old school style of wood paneling. The Pumpkin Patch by Sophie Builds. It's just a small little patch with a little stand on it of just pumpkin and a scarecrow. Kind of departure from what we usually get, but they always pick a smaller one. The Wild West Blacksmith by iLucky. and it's fine, just another Western thing to do. And then the Fisherman's Village by Rockin' Bricks 31 and GN Bricks 1331, which I think this is the first time that I've heard of two people doing a build together. And it is a rather large village. There's two sets as well. Three buildings, excuse me, with a lighthouse and a boat. So, and they're all on stands because they're right on the edge of the water. So that is a very unique one, and it will be the most expensive one to get. So look out for those as they get crowdfunded October of 2026, and then ship in March of 2027. The Legoland in Germany is expanding into an area I'm very surprised it took this long to do. The Warner Brothers Discovery Global Experiences is partnering up to have Lego Harry Potter Land in their Legoland, which, wow. First off, why Germany? But I'm not going to say that because, well, why Germany? But also there's England, the UK is Harry Potter. The United States has some big ones. So it's definitely interesting that they got this, but hopefully that just means that we're going to get an expansion. They say partnering with Warner Brothers Discovery Global Experience is the ultimate showcase of what we do best, transforming the world's most iconic brand into memorable, immersive experiences for millions of guests. Our long-standing partnership with the LEGO Group has also delivered joy, moments, and play for family, and now bringing the wizarding world to life at Legoland. Maybe it was because Lego and the Warner Brothers had this deal, and they didn't want to give it up to the Merlin Entertainment Company. So maybe we'll see the expansion soon enough over here. We've got some new rumors for Lego Toy Story 3, as well as Winnie the Pooh sets. Now, we know that Toy Story is getting their newest movie. What is it? Toy Story 5 now. So Toy Story 3 is a kind of a blast from the past, because that was one when I was in high school, I think. Very emotional because it was like going off to college, and we were all going off to college at that time too. Right now, there's still some rumored prices and sets. One is Slinky Dog bookends for $150. That's pretty fun. The Toy Story set at $50. I'm not sure what that is. The Piglet's Birthday Fun. This is now moving into Winnie the Pooh. We do have Lotso's Huggin' Bear, probably a buildable figure style to that. And then there's an 18 plus Winnie the Pooh set at $150. Not sure what that would be. I mean, 100 Acre Woods, and maybe someone's house from there. It'd be funny if that was just for Eeyore's house. There's a rumored 12,000 piece set coming. Now, we had one that was the Titanic, and this one's going to be an architecture set, looking to be about $600, $650. Now, we're not exactly sure what it's going to be, but there's at least some speculation that it's going to be the Sagrada Familia, which is one of the oldest and longest times to build a church, and it is coming up on its anniversary, so that just seems to fit with the scheme of things. But that's a lot of pieces. That means we're going to get a ton of detail for this, and a lot of architecture fans are probably going to jump on this one since, I don't think we've ever gotten one this big. No, I mean, not many sets have gotten to 12,000, so that's quite a bit. Barnes & Noble is doing a exclusive gift for Christmas. It's skaters in the park. Now, it's two small ice skaters on what looks like a park ice skating rink. Not really. It's just these small gear systems so you can spin them around so it looks like they're spinning on an ice area. You have to spend $75 of Lego or more, but the offer still stands for the longest gift with purchase until the 31st of December. So if you want to buy some or get a gift card and you don't want to buy books, go buy some Lego. Bricklink Designer Program Series 10 webinar has been confirmed. It's going to happen on December 5th at 8 p.m. So if you want to figure out and see what the new stipulations are other than reading, this is the perfect place to do it. They also do questions, so you can check that out, as well as get ready for Series 10, which is, fast approaching as we're getting ready to have your submissions on January 19th. So just be prepared to submit some of those fun ideas. Legoland Windsor is opening its doors to dogs. Now they're allowing dogs to come in from December 7th, 14th, 21st, and 28th. Now these dogs are going to join in the fun, of course. It's Paws in the Park, where there's various different festival events. There's strolling brass band, as well as a live nutcracker character, which will probably go over great with the dogs. But they say Paw in the Park is a first for us at Legoland Windsor Resort. In the festival season, we want to bring joy, magic, and play. This is truly a perfect way to celebrate the Christmas season with the entire family. Now, you will have to get an admissions for it. It's $10 for the pass. And if it's $35 per person. These are on pounds, so they're probably more than that. But it'll be a fun way to have the whole family come out and not leave your dog at home. Bricklink is under fire because as of December 12th, they will no longer be supporting purchase or stores in 35 countries: Argentina, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Bahrain, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Ecuador, Egypt, El Salvador, Georgia, Greenland, India, Indonesia, Israel, Kazakhstan, Lebanon, Moldova, Morocco, Oman, Pakistan, Peru, Qatar, San Marino, Saudi Arabia, Serbia, South Africa, Taiwan, Turkey, Turkmenistan, Ukraine, United Arab Emirates, and Vietnam. That is pretty crazy that they're just eliminating all these very suddenly without any forewarning to it. And of course, they decided to go back and say, we apologize. They took back what they were doing. We went about informing and engaging our community and sellers in the wrong way. It wasn't with the care and transparency we strive for, and you've been right to point this out. So they're extending it until January 31st of 26. But still, they're eliminating these. It's crazy. The amount of people and builders and buyers from these countries and all over the world, it's just kind of sad that they've just decided to do this. There must be some reason, but I just can't fathom what, unless it's a political reason. Stranger Things. We've got a couple new sets for Stranger Things, which I'm super excited about. First, we'll talk about the smaller one. We've got another Brickheadz. This one has 11, Max, a Demogorgon, and Holly as the 4 figures. The Demogorgon is an 11 are an update for the season 5, and Holly is a new character, and Max is dressed in what she has been wearing since season 4 for this. It'll be out January 1st, and if you're a Stranger Things fan, this is one you'll get, along with the one that they just did for season 2. And now, the biggest one, Stranger Things, The Creel House. This is their 18 plus set. It's 2,593 pieces, and it'll cost you $300. But it has a plethora of figures. 13 figures. Will, Mike, Lucas, Dustin, Vecna, Mr. Whatsit, Holly, Steve, Nancy, Robin, Jonathan, Max, and 11. Now, it's interesting that they release it now because, well, the first episodes came out, so it is not like a leak of any kind. People do know exactly what's happening if they've been watching it. If not, well, then it's a little bit of a leak. But the Creel House is from season 4. It's where Vecna, the evil guy, lives, and it has one of the coolest features I've ever seen in a Lego set, where in the regular world, it is pieced together, just kind of boarded up, but in the upside down, the other dimension, you pull it apart, it's all broken up. It switches a panel where Mr. Whatsit, Henry, turns into Vecna, and all the characters get to be placed in the trees. It's so cool. It comes with Squawk YSQK, a radio van, which is very important to the season. And there's a really cool gift with purchase to it, as well as we've got Steve's BMW. And the gift with purchase, is the Stranger Things Squawk radio station, which comes with Joyce Byers and Hopper, which is a really good gift with purchase, as well as there's a 1x2 tile that has the squawking chicken on it, which will sell for an amazing amount of money after. So that'll be a gift with purchase once it comes out on January 1st. So all those Stranger Things people are going to go see the movie. Then you can go buy, movie because they're coming to theaters, but then you can go buy the set. The Looney Tunes is coming back in a little bit of a form here with Bugs Bunny. It's going to be a $40 set at 605 pieces, and it's Bugs Bunny popping out of his rabbit hole, chewing on the carrot with a little bee, and it's just a fun little character if you're a Looney Tunes fan. LEGO teases a new theme. This is the football theme called LEGO Editions. So we're not only going to be getting the characters that they did for the collectible minifigure series, they're going to be building some sets specifically focused around the World Cup. It looks like we're going to get over 10 of them. And there actually was one that was just revealed. It's a life-size version of the World Cup statue. And it's 2,842 pieces, and it actually measures 14 inches tall, and it'll come out in March at $200. What is cool is it actually does open up with a little soccer player for 26th season. Well, it's not a soccer player. It's a minifigure fan carrying a minifigure scale of the FIFA Cup. So that's really awesome, and especially for any football or soccer fans, it could be a great set to display as we go into this season. Disney's coming out with a Lilo & Stitch Brickheadz of Angel. They did this as a character, supposed to be from the Lilo & Stitch movie, but I don't even think we got it. It just has these whip antennas, and it looks more feminine with the pink and purple ears. So yeah, there's that. It's going to be $10. Lego is partnering up with Hunter Price, the consumer product playhouse, to do more stationery for arts and crafts. So they've done some stationery previously for different things, but they're looking at maybe calendars, more notebooks, and journals as they continue to broaden their partnerships to do more and more items like this, and just keeping it all in Lego House or other stationery companies. So another bit of Stranger Things news, the Duffer Brothers, who are the creators of the amazing show, are getting their own minifigures. Well, more so in an animated series that's going to be coming out on January 1st, but that doesn't mean that they won't get their own. We just unfortunately won't get them, but I mean, that's pretty awesome to get 5 sets of Stranger Things made about your show, and then you get to be minifigures. My dream is to become a minifigure one day in a show or a set, so fingers crossed. Maybe I'll get Lego Ideas submission to actually go through and get selected. Lego has come out with their modular. This one is January 1st modular for the shopping street. It's 3,456 pieces, 18 plus rating at $250. Now, people might think, oh, that's way too expensive, but actually per piece count from I looked at the Brick Bank, it's the exact same price at 7.1 cents per piece or whatever it would be. Now, this has these really cool buildings. There's 2 main buildings, but what's interesting is they both angle into each other, similar to what we saw in the boutique hotel that had the curved or the slanted section to it. But now this one has 2 buildings that do it, and it has one building has 2 stories and the other has 3. There's the 2-story music shop with a marching band instruments and adjacent furniture shop, complete with a counter, stool, table, and workbench. And the top floor of the house is furnished with a bathroom, rooftop garden, as well, and potting plants and pigeon coop. Then the other one has a home office, and there's also a total of 7 minifigures. The first time we're actually getting 2 minifigure girls that are twins, which is pretty cool. I don't know why that happened or not took so long. I mean, there's no reason that it should have, but it does connect with the other modular sets. Now, will I say that it's the best one? No, I'd say it's decent. I think that having the different angles to it really is helpful, but it doesn't really match up with the other ones that they're built before. There's the awkward void space in the back that they could have done something a little bit better with. Honestly, the museum, I think, is still a better one. I mean, the outside isn't as cool, but the inside is. But then the Tudor house or whatever it was called is even better, I think. And it does come with a gift of purchase where you purchase the vintage parade car that has an old school car with a person riding in the back for a parade, which is it's a unique thing, and it comes with even a little banner to go around it. So that'll be available on January 1st. And our last bit, we've got some Polybags on the way. We've got a Duplo's celebratory cake for a 1+. We've got a Creator 3-in-1, which is a cat, which is pretty cute. There's also a flamingo and lion as a birthday. There's a city go-kart racer, pretty small, but it has a minifigure to it. Ariel for a Disney's princess with Flounder, of course, because why not? Friends. There's a flower booth to go with it. And then there's another one that's the Garden Bunny House. Ninjago is getting a Kohl's car, simple, very small build. The TIE Advance as a Star Wars set, and it looks fine. They could have done a little bit more detail, I think, on it. It's hard to get those angles, but they could have figured it out. Technic has a small hot rod, which I think is well done for the size of it. So those are our expected Polybags at the beginning of the year, and they come out with more throughout the year. So get ready to get those with your next purchase at some point when they come out. Now it's time to talk about the January 1st sets. We're going to break it up into individual sections here, but guess what? December 1st, they decided let's come out with everything for the January 1st release. And there are quite a few sets. I have not totaled them up just yet, but I'm going to guess at least 100 are coming out because there's just so many different themes that are getting new sets here. So let's kick it off with Star Wars. Star Wars is getting 3. We're getting a midi-scale AT-AT, which is 525 pieces at $65. The Venator class attack cruiser in midi scale, which we love the UCS, so this is the smaller version, 643 pieces at $80. Yep, you heard me right. That is similar to what they did with Kylo Ren Shuttle. It is obnoxious for the price. And then a buildable BB-8 is $90 and 69 pieces. Similarly, too expensive, and it looks like a cube. Does not look like a ball at all. They could have done much better, even just kept, could have kept the standard studs on the outside to do that. But they did not. Moving on, our next one is Marvel. They're coming out with Miles Morales mech. So it's Miles Morales against Spider-Man 2099. And just a standard mech. Then they did another one. This is Spider-Man versus Doc Ock mech. Oh, and the other one's 135 pieces at $15. This is 315 pieces at $30. So it's just double, they're going to have the 2 minifigures in the mechs. And then our Ravager jumpsuit Groot at 604 pieces and a cost of $60. So if you know, he's got that red little jumpsuit that they put on him and the little bomb that says, "Don't press here, only just place it." I am Groot. On our Technic sets for January, we have the yellow motorbike. This is our smaller set, 151 pieces, and a cost of $10. And, it's a basic Technic set. Nothing really exciting to talk about there. Next is the BMW M4 GT3 Evo, which is $65 at 747 pieces, and it looks like a standard race car. It's got blue with white and black stripe. Then there's Jeep Wrangler Rubicon at $65, 723 pieces, and it's in a turquoise color with some orange wheels, so pretty audacious, and it's fine. Another notable one that I really enjoy is the NASA Artemis Space Launch System rocket at 632 pieces and $60. What is so cool about it is you can actually do a crank on the side and it'll lift off from the launch pad. It'll actually push the boosters away like they're falling away. And then the main capsule piece will drop or launch off out of the booster section. Now, this is really cool. But what I really want them to do is the full moon landing. And maybe I'll have to do it, but I am not a Technic guru. That'll be somebody else who's going to help me with that. There's a Bugatti Chiron per Sport. It's 771 pieces. It's $65. It's a standard Chiron with a spoiler, and it's in orange. There's the Porsche 911 GTS R Rexy AO Racing at 1,313 pieces at $150. What is cool is it's green, and it has a really cool sticker shark piece on the front end of it, and then shields that are transparent now for the glass or the headlights, which I think is a really cool touch to it. Disney sets that we've Sally's flower pot. So Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas, but in a Friends figure instead of a minifigure. And it has the blooming nightshade flower, and there's a little scene on the inside. And then Kevin and Doug as figures at, all right, so Sally's, it was $50 at 346 pieces. And then Kevin and Doug is $60 at 628 pieces. And it has Doug with his little cone on him. And then Kevin has a little display stand where it's got the adventure book. And of course, Kevin is a big bird, and it's fun. Ninjago sets. We've got 2 Jay's Dragon Mech Fight. It's $20 at 107 pieces. And then Lloyd's Technic Mech at $130 at 1,293 pieces. And so they've got the smaller mechs and then the large scale one, which, I mean, the mechs are just phenomenal for these sets here. We also have Cole's car. It's 39 pieces, and it's just a little polybag car. So that's just going to be a gift with purchase thing. Naya versus Mutation Monster Spinner at $50 pieces and $10. I was going to say, that's pretty crazy. The spinners are always kind of fun. Lloyd and Earth Monster Spinner as well. And the Kai's Dragon Mech Battle Pack at 85 pieces at $10. And so it's a smaller mech that is a dragon style to it. And the Kohl's Mission Mac at 364 pieces at $30, including 3 minifigures, and has a larger scale mech for that. The Ninjago Dragon Raya's Battle, 347 pieces, and it has a dragon that actually carries a sword, which is kind of fun. Jay's Transforming Car, 387 pieces at $50, comes with 4 minifigures, and the car itself is doesn't really transform a lot. It does have a twisting motion to it, so you can kind of alternate through it. It has a rocket launcher piece, and it looks like spinners on either side that can be launched. The Ninjago Vehicle Treehouse Battle, 642 pieces at $80. And the treehouse is fine. It's nothing crazy. This is a 7+ set, so it's got a couple different levels with a little rope bridge and a helicopter, actually. The Dragon of Life, 1,050 pieces at $100, and the dragon itself, it being of life, is green and has some wings that aren't actually look like willow branches to it. The Ninjago character display, 447 pieces at $40, and it houses all your favorite Ninjago characters. Kai, Zane, Cole, Jay, Lloyd, Master Wu, and Samurai X. And it has a little, I think it's a really nice little display piece for anyone who's definitely collecting and getting these for their anniversary. Lego City, we've got a few sets here. The F1 display car with the Audi F1 race car, it's 508 pieces at $45. So it has a large truck with a kind of lift bed on it, so you can roll this minifigure smaller scale F1 car onto it. The Police Train Heist, it's 1,313 pieces, so 1313 at $200. I love a good train. The Arctic train was one of my favorites that they've done recently. This one's not bad. The city train has more of a standard structure to it for an engine. It has some crane elements and a helicopter, it looks like you can put on the back of it. Now on to Friends. We've got the Unicorn Cake delivery card, 67 pieces at $10. And being Friends, they've got a couple characters and this little cute car that has, cupcake delivery and a cat on the side of it in the front. The Dog Treats Bakery, 278 pieces at $30. And it's a dual-sided little bakery shop to it. And of course, you've got a couple dogs. And there's even a little corgi, which is super cute. It is a Welsh corgi, not a Pembroke corgi, or a cardigan corgi, because they've got the tails. Pet accessories van, 237 pieces at $20. And it's, of course, got a little pets and even a little character that is a bone. There's a frog, and I think it's a cat with a hat on it. The Heartland City Bunny Hotel, 161 pieces at $25. And it's got a 3x3 tile that has a bunny face on it. And of course, there's going to be bunnies included. Heartland City Mini Supermarket, 176 pieces at $20. Comes with 3 characters. And it's got just primarily a little shopping area with some display shelves for different food, but nothing crazy to it. Oxalotl Adventure Boat. It's a little axolotl. They've got little axolotls. Well, I'm definitely going to have to get this one, even though it's Friends, because axolotls are just super cute. Unicorn Dream Cafe, 475 pieces at $40. And of course, it's got a couple unicorns and just a cafe. There's the Heartland City Fashion Show at 410 pieces at $50. Comes with a couple characters that are, of course, are going to go through a fashion show, and it's 2 stories. There's the Fun Indoor Playground at 668 pieces at $60. And it has 3 little distinct openings that have the rope course, a little bucket area with a slide going down into a ball pit. So just fun, like Chuck E. Cheese for Friends. Leanne's Family House, it's 946 pieces at $70. And well done house, really cool kind of cobblestone features to it. Even has a skate park next to it. The Horse Stable and Riding Academy, 735 pieces at $80. And it's horse stable. So it's got 2 horses, the sliding doors for the stable, and of course the main overhang area where you can keep the hay. The Heartland City Friends Clubhouse, 784 pieces at $90. 3-story tower. I'm trying to run through these. Ice cream and balloon stand, 107 pieces at $10. It's a little ice cream booth a balloon booth that you'd see at the zoo. The Horse and Baby Fowl full trailer, it's 278 pieces, $79 at $30, and it's a small car with a little carrier for both your horses. And I'm almost done. The Animal Vet Clinic, 141 pieces, $30. It's got a couple animals going through a vet clinic, and then the Beach House with seals, 400 pieces at $50. So it's got a couple baby seals. Whew, that was Friends. That's always a lot. Creator 3-in-1 for January. We've got this cute 166-piece hamster with a flower. The next one is a turtle with a water lily. It's $10, 124 pieces. So you can, the hamster can create that, a hedgehog, and looks like a bird. The turtle can be made into a frog or a lizard. The fierce dinosaur, it's $25 at 283 pieces. So you got a dinosaur, which is like a velociraptor, a stegosaurus, and then a pterodactyl. The retro gaming console, it's $20 at 268 pieces, and it just looks like, it looks like a Game Boy Advance. And then you can convert it into a computer, and then it looks like a little arcade game to it. The Fierce Shark with a treasure chest is $35 to 379 pieces. It comes with a little crab and a shark, a little treasure chest, and manta ray or a glowfish. I always forget what they're called. The goblin fish, I think it is, with the little light on top of it. Playful puppy, it's $30 at 335 pieces. You can make a squirrel, a duck, or a cute brown puppy. Wild animals, colorful hummingbirds, $30, 312 pieces. You can make a hummingbird with a little flower to it, a butterfly with a flower, and I think those are birds with a willow. I couldn't quite catch that. The sea animals, beautiful dolphins, it's $50 at 542 pieces with these beautiful small dolphins kind of leaping out of a water with a coral reef structure underneath. Then there's a seahorse and then a crab you can make. All right, let's talk Harry Potter. Hagrid and Harry's Privet Drive Escape. I always say Privet wrong. So it's 124 pieces at $20. It comes with 2 Dementors, a little light post, and then Hagrid and Harry and his little motorbike. Far better than the one that they just came out with recently. Hogwarts Castle Sorting Hat Ceremony, 124 pieces at $15. You got a little spin the wheel, similar to like an old school thing that they used to have, which actually... that was from the first one that they had. And then the little points to it. So that's pretty cool. The Cornish Pixie, 320 pieces at $30. And it's actually pretty cute. It does have a little inkwell with a wand underneath and then Gilderoy Lockhart's book. And it's floating over top of it. And they did a nice job with this creature. They've been doing good ones for Harry Potter. Hogwarts Castle, the Hospital Wing at 907 pieces at $100. And it comes with Harry and Ron. It looks like they're facing off against a giant spider, which is a little weird. We've got Hermione. I think she's got her time turner, because then we have an animagus. So this is definitely, and Lupin. So this is definitely from Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. And the wing has some other fun things like a Boggart cabinet and a Dementor. The Cauldron, a Secret Potions Classroom, is 652 pieces at $60, and it comes with Hermione, a young Hermione, and Snape with no cape. I wish that they would keep doing more capes. I guess, he didn't. He wore robes. Anyways, and the potion itself opens up, and there's a little classroom in there. And then Luna Lovegood's house is 764 pieces at $90, and it's really cool because of her house is it's weird. It's like twisted with a stone structure. We've got her dad, which I never remember his name, and then there's a little light that actually will show a picture of the Deathly Hallows. And then there's the Enchanted Flying Ford Angula. It's 868 pieces at $80, and this is similar to what they did with the Hagrid's one, where it's a large-scale one, and they have the flat faces of the characters inside. Very weird. Speed Champion sets that have been announced. The Bugatti Vision Gran Turismo. It's 284 pieces at $28, so they're going up. It's $1 now more than it used to be. And it looks like similar to the Bugatti that they did for Technic, but this one's in light blue and blue with a spoiler on it. The Ferrari SF90 XS Stradale, it's 339 pieces at $28, and just another racing type of Ferrari. The McLaren M1, 287 pieces at $28, and this is more sleek. It doesn't really look exactly like the McLaren, but like the rear end definitely does, and this is more of a true to form. All three of them are more true to form to the Speed Champions than the last couple that they've done. LEGO Collectible Minifigures Series 28 has officially been announced for animals. We've got a total of 12 animals, of course. We've got the fluffy cat costume and the Dalmatian costume, the lion costume and monkey costume, koala costume, cute bunny costume, parrot costume, peacock costume, dolphin costume, goldfish costume, frog costume, crocodile costume. All really fun. I really like the animals. They've always been one of my favorite things to get from the collectible minifigure series, and they all have their own individual items, like the snack box that has the parrot on it, an Easter egg that's painted for the bunny rabbit, a little eucalyptus leaf for the koala. And I'm excited for those to come out on January 1st, and it'll be set the standard price of $5 that they've been doing for, probably the last 4 or 5 of these. DREAMZzz is getting its own sets. The Fox Guardian mech, it's $80. It's 883 pieces, so it's a large-scale mech that looks like a fox. It's got these really cool transparent claws and some really interesting minifigures. One with a total of 6 eyes to it. That's pretty crazy. The Crocodile Submarine, it's $70 at 1,107 pieces. And the crocodile actually can be transformed into a bird if you want. So it's just a submarine that looks like a blue and yellow crocodile. Nightmare Scorpion Digger, it's 505 pieces at $50. So the scorpion actually has, instead of pincers, it has digger claws, which is pretty fun. The Dino Jet, it's 1,007 pieces at $100. And it's a Brontosaurus, Brachiosaurus, whatever, with a mounted, looks like aircraft on the back, which is a unique mount, I'd say, and similar minifigures to what we saw before. And then the largest is the Tiger Shark Tank at 1,548 pieces at $140. And as a kid, I would love this. It's just a orange and black shark and a tank structure underneath it, and then they've got the command pods and different things on top. Lego Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic Speedster Lightning of 126 pieces at $10, and it's got 3 rings, and then Sonic driving in a small blue and white car. The Silver Cars vs. Knuckles Monster Truck, it's 378 pieces at $40, and it does have Silver and Knuckles, so Silver I think is a newer figure to that. So that's our wrap up for Sonic. Now, that was absolute insanity. There are so many new sets for January, and I hope that you stuck around to learn about all of them and get ready for the purchase list that you might have. For me, it's definitely going to be Stranger Things because I need that gift of purchase. But if you like any of the others, it's definitely a good time to go to the store right after you get all your Christmas cash. All right, that's all I have for the breaking news. Thank you so much for tuning in this week, and I hope that you learned a lot of the new things as well as what you might anticipate to come as the rumors swirl. Now let's get into our set review. Set 10361, the Holiday Express train. It's part of the Icons line. It's an 18 plus set at 956 pieces, comes with 4 minifigures, and it has a rating from 142 people of 3 stars. And it costs $130. That is a pretty low rating. I don't know if I've ever seen that for the Christmas series because they usually does pretty well. This is a standard train. It does come with a track system, a circular track. There is no motor to it, so it is already above the cost that you'd expect, $30 over what it should be. It should be $100. The one big controversy is there as a train, as a minifigure scale like toy. That is 3D printed. It's the first one that's being sold in an overall set for Lego. So this could be the future of what we see, but there's so much controversy behind it because a lot of people are thinking, well, why do we need 3D printed sets or pieces or anything like that? It should just be the standard injection molding. Now, for me, it's a 50-50. I think it's a cool little build to have included with it. It is the future. So it's expected to continue having that, as they also include the smart bricks that we're rumored to talk about for next week. And yeah, I mean, the train itself is fine. They've already done a Christmas train before. This train, though, is longer, I'd say. It does have this cool little presents section with a giant panda, or it's not panda, a polar bear. With it, and then a caboose car that is actually wrapped like a present. And I think that people will still enjoy this to put it around their little town if they don't have the other one, because that retired a few years ago. So this can add to their display and create a unique way of transport through your winter village. So you can go over and get that, and the link in the description if you need it for your winter village. And next is our Rebrickable review. This is the Stranger Things Car Trilogy Bundle by NV Carmox. It's 1,179 pieces for 3 cars, and it'll cost you €12 for the set. Now, the 3 cars are Hopper's KS Blazer, Steve Harrington's BMW 733i, and Billy's Camaro. There's not an actual, I think it's a 1968 Camaro. It's off the top of my head. I'm not 100% sure. But they have been done in such great detail. And it's not just the standard 6x. These are 8x cars, so they do have room for a lot of people. The Hopper police van actually does have stickers that you can get for it. The police Bronco. And it's similar to what we saw for the first Stranger Things set a few years ago, but I think it has far more detail for that. The BMW is definitely iconic for Steve Harrington, and it's even more iconic in this most recent series, as you'll see if you haven't watched it. And then the Camaro was a big thing in season 2 and 3. 3 and 4. And having all 3 of these together is just a unique way to show your love of Stranger Things. And it's not that costly to get the instructions. And I don't think it's even that costly to get the parts for these, because it's not like there's a ton of rare pieces. Getting the sticker package is nice, or you can buy them individually over at the Envy CarMox page over on Rebrickable. All right, everyone, that is all I had. Thank you so much if you tuned in all the way to this. I know that you are dedicated fans if you made it this far. So make sure to subscribe. Tell others to subscribe, because you've probably already subscribed because you made it this far. But I appreciate each and every one of you, and happy holidays as we roll into this Christmas season. All right, I'll leave you as I always do. Get creative, get out there, and go build something.